Back to today's topic. So in the way that we view ourselves, we very often see mind, M-I-N-D, and body, B-O-D-Y, separately. So your mind means your experience, your functioning inside your head. And it's different from the word brain, B-R-A-I-N, which means the actual physical organ, the grey matter in your head. Your mind means how you think and how you feel emotionally. Your mind is the inside experience in your head. And we use the term body to mean our physical selves, our arms, our legs, our stomach, our lungs. And if you're healthy and well, or if you're unhealthy and ill, we do tend to see this in terms of mind or body, mental or physical. So an organisation like our good old NHS, the health system that we have here in the UK, is very much divided into physical health and mental health. Mental, M-E-N-T-A-L, just means of the mind. So these two things are often thought about as though they're completely separate. And it clearly isn't the case. Now we have something in our bodies called the vagus nerve. That's V-A-G-U-S-N-E-R-V-E. And actually this is a whole set of nerves, connections if you like, which come directly from the brain, not through the spinal cord. And they're connected to different parts of the body. It's through the vagus nerve system that many automatic functions, like our heartbeat, or the amount of saliva, S-A-L-I-V-A, that's the liquid in our mouths. It's through this nerve that these things are regulated. This vagus nerve connection also means that mind and body often operate together, in conjunction. They're absolutely not separate functions. An example: if you're lying in bed at night, just about to go to sleep, and suddenly you hear a noise downstairs, you might move from being in a state where you were relaxed and sleepy to a state of immediate readiness and alertness. You might sit up in bed, you might listen, your heart might be pounding. Nothing has happened physically to you, but your heart is beating fast. Special hormones start to run through your body, cortisol, adrenaline, all prepare you for action. And this is happening because of the communication between the understanding in your brain or mind and the physical response in your body. It's happening through the vagus nerve. You've just heard a noise, but your mind worries it might be an intruder, and your body goes into a different state as a result. We call that state fight or flight, F-I-G-H-T or F-L-I-G-H-T. And it's through this vagus nerve that these responses are possible. Mind connects to body and body connects to mind automatically. Now that reaction may be an obvious one. Who hasn't worried about things going bump in the night? But what's interesting is how automatic that reaction is. We don't intend it, it just happens. Our mind and our body do it for us. And that state that we're triggered into, what we call that fight or flight state, the cortisol and adrenaline prepare us for action. When we say fight or flight, our bodies react as though we're about to face a tiger or a woolly mammoth, at least from prehistoric times. So our body makes us ready to either fight, F-I-G-H-T, to battle with the animal or our attacker, or we get ready for flight, F-L-I-G-H-T. That means to try to run away, to escape. So fight or flight is like an emergency mode. All our systems are at the ready. It's a code red, emergency. Your heart beats fast, your breathing quickens so that there's more oxygen, and you're ready for fight for your life or run for your life. The trouble is, in our modern lives, it's probably not as simple as a tiger or a woolly mammoth that we face. It's other situations that will trigger this fight or flight response in us. It may be someone running into the back of your car on the way home from work. It may be your boss losing her temper or a customer making a complaint again. It may be an argument with your partner or spouse or a member of your family. These situations can cause the heart to race, the adrenaline and cortisol to be released, and the breathing to quicken. But in these situations, there's nowhere to run to, and hopefully you're not going to need to have a physical fight to defend yourself. But what it means is that we enter a state of being where we behave differently from usual, where we make choices more automatically, and ones that aren't always rational. And it may be difficult to calm down, to come out of this fight or flight state. So being triggered into fight or flight mode isn't as useful to us in these situations in modern life. We're not good at calming ourselves down. More of that a bit later. Just pausing a minute there to remind you that if you're enjoying this podcast and you'd like to be able to download lots of podcasts onto your phone for a small fee, go to our website at adeptenglish.com. Go to our courses page and have a look at our podcast bundles. They're very good value for money and they give you a lot of English language listening material on interesting topics like this one to help you practice and improve your English. Back to our topic. Depending upon our personal history and our experience, different things may trigger us. Different situations cause us to go into this state. An argument with your partner or spouse will do it for most